Hello, Bebop. Cooling off before I go outside, taking a couple bong hits. I was watching some movie with Cuba Gooding and a bunch of sled dogs or something. Hey, Roy. Taking a couple puffs of the road. I watched some sled dog movie with Cuba Gooding. Couple funny to see him out there. Right on, brother. Hello, Penny. I'm sure she'll see it later. Hope she's feeling better. These people just, all they do is add, it's like throwing gas on a fire when they come at us like they have been. And I went back on certain person's streams and how someone can flip flop in just a couple of years. The hypocrisy is crazy. Sorry, I hope so. Okay. I don't know how. Can you turn it on now? I don't know how. Try that here. I think I can do. I can't do nothing about it though. Sorry. I can't. I guess we don't have closed captions on here. That sucks. It's 90 degrees outside. Hey, what's the matter about a shake? It's such a flat tree. No, I'm on a spinning ball. I have a confession to make. Yeah. Oh. Somebody's got to work, Rowan. I worked my whole life. Every Saturday, 2 jobs. When I raised my kids, I know that now. I was dead. But from the first moment I held him in my arms. Now I got my truck running, thinking about getting a job, but I just don't like kissing anybody's ass. The last businesses I had were my own. It'd be hard to go back and punch a clock and listen to some usually a moron tell me what to do. I've had over 50 jobs because I've never kissed anybody's ass. I just leave, go get another job. Hang on. Gotta drop it to Coney and come up and yak with me while I'm walking. I am. Let's see. No. Oh, shit. Yeah, there's one muggy son of a bitch out here. I'm not even going to turn on the camera, so I'm off this. think I'm gonna go over and eat blackberries. Hey, what's up? Well, time to. Hey, pretty soon. Pretty soon, because any day to have my teeth done. I won't mind looking at the camera anymore. I ain't gonna be no selfie king though. Oh my God. Running good now too. Kind of missing it first because been sitting. But got on it a little bit. Blew the cops out. Had on my knee-high native boots, but figured it made too hot. Oh man, it's hot. I'm already sweating and hanging out the parking lot. No, there's that big bright thing up there. I gotta be free. We got me coming up. Jackals. Ryan. Toasty. Just walking on paper. Well, the link's down there if anybody wants to come up. Not my ring. Oh, there's the peacocks are yelling. Well, I gotta go for an hour. Maybe an hour and a half, and I think, with my roommate, so I leave. Once they get up and take off to work. What is today? Wednesday? Thursday? I might go grab my fishing license, go down the river, catch some supper. Let's take my fillet knife with me. Fillet everything down there so I have to bring back. The stink. Usually I kept all the, I fillet everything I've ever ate. And I just take the heads and the guts and put them in my garden. But one time there used to be this bait shop where I lived, and I bought bait there for 20 years, and then the old man, his daughter married a guy that was, I guess, Asian, and when the old man died, the son-in-law took over the bait shop, and the old man, he was always open, same time. You could count on him like clockwork. And then when his son-in-law took over, he was lazy and sporadic. And it was the only bait shop around. So I had to drive 30 or 40 minutes to get, hey, bait. So I got even one day. Oh, you got two people I can't see. Is that Buzzachino? Wow.
24 past the hour.
Oh, it's rolling.
Hey, Seth, I can't
what's
stay
up?
very long, man. I'm at work.
That's right.
I just wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. I take a lot of stuff to like go to sleep and stuff, and I noticed more than once you said that you don't sleep very much. My question for you was, did you just start staying up more often and sleeping less as you went, or how did you do it? Because I mean, it was going to be very difficult to ask you this in a text format, but I'm just going to jump back off here. I'm going to jump back off here because
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm at work, so I'm going to jump back off here and just listen to your answer. But
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out if maybe I could do something like you're doing.
Well, I always feel like when I'm sleeping, I'm wasting time because time's short. But when I got I got divorced, and I always worked. I mean, so much that I had to because my ex-wife was lazy and never worked. And when I got divorced, I just couldn't sleep. And I've never changed since then. I mean, when I sleep sometimes, but I don't know. I just don't. My body will shut down when I need it. I mean, it's kind of happened all at once, but there's times in between now and then though that I kind of slept. But the state of mind, I think, really, because I don't eat hardly ever either. Sometimes I'll eat that cup of noodles that costs 37 cents 2 or 3 days in a row.
Oh wow!
I feel better when I'm running on empty. You know what I mean? Your body's always digesting food all the time.
I got you. So you just kind of did it cold turkey. You just kind of went for it. You didn't like start sleeping a little bit less each day.
Well, I never did really ever. It depended on the jobs I had. I worked a second shift one time, and I got used to staying up at night. And then I've never been able to sleep during the day. I've never taken a nap. So I guess it was kind of gradual, but I mean, I don't know anybody else who can do it without, like I do.
Well,
I've been a hiker my whole life, I've been naturally wired since day one.
Well, I could sleep okay until I went into the Army, and then they just kept messing my sleep schedule up, and now I had to take like sleeping pills and melatonin and all that stuff, but it makes me feel groggy half of the day.
See, I've never taken any prescriptions or pills or nothing, and I don't drink milk. I don't drink water. Believe it or not, all I drink that 87-cent pop from Walmart and tea every now and then. I don't drink coffee.
You might want to drink some water every now and then, Sash.
Yeah, but I'm never sick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I guess you got to do whatever.
I don't get cramps. I mean, yeah. Exactly. I went to the doctor. I used to get physicals every now and then where I work, and the doctors told me if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off of here. I got to get back to work, man. But I appreciate you.
But I mean, I smoke weed every day. I don't know if that's part of it, but.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's already proven that humans don't need to sleep like that, like 8 hours. I do best and I just sleep 3 hours, but like you're supposed to be like awake.
I feel horrible if I sleep too much. I wake up.
You're supposed to be awake for like 5 hours, and take like a little nap, and then take like 5 hours to take like a little nap. Never supposed to go to big sleep.
Yeah. I got you.
For about 3 or 4 years, I slept in a recliner when I did.
Yeah.
I just don't like laying flat.
I gotta jump off here though. I'll be listening to you though.
Where do you live?
Where do I live?
Well, where do you live? Yeah, you sound like you're down south.
I live in Alabama.
Oh, I know. I was born in Louisiana, and you sound like my family down there.
my mama's from Louisiana.
Yeah, my mom. Every time she get on the phone, she start talking. You start talking like that again. Yeah, I knew you was good people really just because you draw.
Yes. I really got to go though. I'm sorry.
Okay, man. Hey, big deal. Take care, brother.
All right, take care. I'll be listening though.
Oh yeah. Okay, man.
Bye.
I knew he had people down south.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm like you, man. I probably sleep like 8 hours every 2.5 days. I stay up for like 2.5 days and I crash out. 2.5 days and crash out.
I mean, my body knows when it's time. And, and I don't get tired. My eyes just quit working.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's me too. I really stopped like being able to see words and everything.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I was doing last night when I actually slept a couple hours last night because I was in that stream and I sit down on the end of the bed. Next thing you know, I'm waking up 2 or 3 hours later and the phone's dead, but I couldn't see. Look, world's hell.
Well, I used to have like perfect 20/20 vision until I started collecting coins about 6 years ago, and it just went to shit instantly.
Well, I got good vision, but when I stay up like I do, all the sleep that comes out of your eyes, it comes out all at once, and I can't see. And when they get blurry, then I just go lay down because I know that's when I need to sleep. I mean, if the eyes didn't do it, I probably would stay up.
Yeah, sometimes if I wouldn't smoke weed, I'd stay up for a long ass time.
Oh yeah, but weed wires me out though.
Yeah, me too. I was always opposite of my friends.
We used to have
let's go do something.
Yeah, we used to have smokehouse once a year, and we would smoke for like 12 hours. And the more I smoke, the hyper I get.
Yeah. Yep, that's me too, man. Everybody else would be couch locked, and I was like, "Let's go party." And everybody's like, Then everybody did speed.
I
Now
know.
they're wanting to go draw, and they're wanting to go out to party, and I'm like, nah. So it's like totally opposite for me.
Yeah, exactly. That crap, all it did was like make me feel normal.
Yeah.
I never liked it. The only reason I ever did it too was just for aphrodisiac.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, but he said
I know we built a limousine once for this old man, and it was a Lincoln Town Car. And the back door panels where the speakers go, they used to have a grill down there in the day, and we photocopied the speakers, and then we took the speakers out of them and put that picture inside the grill where it looked like a speaker, and there was foam in there, cut out to hold a 3.5 gram vial of Coke. Because this old man would pick up women and give them that Coke so they would have sex with him. Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And we built one once. We built one once that put transmission fluid onto the exhaust and made a smoke screen.
Yeah, I'm not drug prejudiced. I just don't buy anything anymore but devs. So if someone brings something over, but I don't do needles or hallucinogens or nothing like that. But like someone brings something over, I'm fucking game. I don't give a fuck, dude. People take.
Anything in moderation is okay. Most people that do drugs can't moderate.
Yeah, people take pills from the doctor that are way worse, dude. Fuck.
Well, exactly. Harder on your body too. Most people don't have a strong enough willpower. They start doing that shit, and they just can't quit until they don't have any money or no house or nothing.
I tell everybody I know like this: drugs are a substance. A substance is meant to be consumed. It's what level of asshole you take it to. That's your responsibility.
Yeah, but I've done lots of drugs one time. I've never done heroin or nothing, but
no,
I tried it once just to see just to know, in case like I'm glad I did.
I've never
how people are, and like.
I've had friends die from that shit. I got friends still on it. I've seen it. I watch people do it. I just have never ever wanted to do it. I don't have the desire.
I like pot. Yeah,
I
did my drug of choice.
I've done speed last week. Fucking that don't. I just don't want to do needles, dude. I just don't want to do. I mean, like I said, I don't have no money. I can't afford the shit. That shit's expensive. I don't like to do that shit every day anyways. That's like the party, whatever. Once in a while, someone brings it over, I'm down. I ain't prejudiced. I ain't better than anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
No. It's not our job to judge anybody.
No.
We all have to answer for what we do. That's the way I look at it.
I don't think drugs have anything to do.
Not to do something. Sin is a sin. In God's eyes, a sin is a sin.
And I had to tell my folks that because they think
no matter how big or little it is, it's the same thing.
Drugs are only a sin where it's illegal to have them because it's against the law. Other than that, there's nothing in that. There's nothing. Drugs aren't illegal. I mean, they're not a sin.
Hey, and I saw a thing where it ain't the drug that's fucking people up. It's the cut they put in it. The shit they're not supposed to be putting in your body.
It's just the fuckheads. It's just the fuckheads that need to do a whole bunch of it and never do anymore because they're dead. That'd be better. I mean, that's the problem.
I worked with a bunch of kids doing siding, and every now and then somebody would put speed in my pop and not tell me. And they'd tell me like a week later. And I felt good at work, and I'm like, why am I feeling like this? And then I used to tell people that's the best way if you're going to do a drug, have somebody put it in your shit and you don't know, you have no guilt. And people go, why would you have guilt? I said, they didn't understand. They didn't have a conscience. You know what I mean? Because if I do something like that, I still feel bad about it, but just because,
Yeah, drugs are only a sin when you do it against the law because it's against the law and this and that. But
most people that do drugs, that changes their state of mind and they go out and steal and shit. I've never done any drug and wanted to go hurt nobody or steal anything.
I told someone that the other day. I go, I've never been on drugs where I've said, I can either get an 8-ball of this or I can pay my rent. I paid my rent every time. I didn't go fucking do that. I've seen people have their rent money and go get drugs and lose their house. Dude, I've seen it happen. And it's like, dude.
And I tell people, be careful what you're hating on because a lot of people don't tell. And your best friend, you might be cutting down the thing they do when you ain't around. And you just turn the enemy and you don't even know you have an enemy. And that's the worst kind to have is an enemy that's right beside you and you don't know.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny when I knew, you know, when pot was illegal, which was about almost 10 years ago now. But when pot was illegal here, like, I'd hate it when people say, "Oh, I smoke weed, but I don't do that other crap." Well, what are you better? What is pot better than that? I know people.
From hell.
I've known people.
You know, my
my
sister smoked pot when she was younger, and then the minute she quit, she was better than me because I smoked pot. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I got friends like that right now, dude. I got friends like that right now, man. It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy. They'll be calling pot calling the kettle black. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have some friends.
If you smoke cigarettes and drink, you're not any better than someone that does drugs because it's still a drug.
Dude, my mom's on all kinds of prescription drugs from her doctor, and she's not a drug addict, though. She says so because her doctor.
Oh, yeah. You know,
she's not narcotics, though. She's not narcotics, though. You know what I mean?
I saw a thing one time. They're talking to some football players in the 60s, and they said they would be going to the football games, and all these hippies would be protesting, and they would all look at them and go, "Look at those fucking drug addicts, piece of shit." And he said their trainers were giving them fucking shit to play football that was 1,000 times worse.
Man, I don't even care what the fuck. So what if fucking professional players want to do steroids? Let them. Fuck it.
Well, those guys are kind of like, you know, they're getting paid. Like, I think they should pay people in college because all that college does is keep the money from them.
Yeah.
Like Jim Thorpe. You know, he won all that shit in the Olympics. Then they took it all away from him.
Yeah, all that shit's stupid,
Just
man.
like Lance Armstrong. That motherfucker had cancer. How do you think that was an advantage? Because he did some steroids or whatever. That just wasn't right either.
Yeah, well, all that shit ain't right. They're a professional athlete. They're bigger, they're better. If you want to be bigger and better, well, I guess you better step it up too, or be better and better with naturally. I don't care what they
like
do.
Mark McGuire. Hey, look at that. Where's a mirror? Mark McGuire. You know, they give him shit for that. But, you know, you got to have the talent. Because it doesn't matter. Even if you give steroids to somebody that ain't no good, they're not going to be any better.
No. You give someone
you gotta be good. You got to be good to begin with, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you give someone no athletic ability, steroids ain't gonna make them now the new Magic Johnson.
No, it's not.
Not even.
And Mark McGuire, when he was or like Jose Canseco, look how much shit he got. And he was the first person ever to hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases.
One of my buddies is like one of the biggest dudes you ever seen. He's a bodybuilder or whatever. And he's like one of the biggest dudes you've ever seen. But that motherfucker's the biggest bitch because he's on so much steroids. He'll cry because he doesn't have a glass of water.
Yep.
I ain't got a glass of water. I ain't got a glass of water. Shut up and sit in the corner. He's like, and he's like this big. He's like this big. He's like, okay.
My sister's ex-husband, he was a badass. I mean, he was a fighter and all that shit, but he couldn't do pain. He was a fireman one time. He jumped off the truck and stubbed his toe, and he didn't go to work for a month.
Sounds like government workers.
Yeah, it is.
That's what. Now they want you to believe that they built. They want you to believe they built a space station in like say a year or something.
Cool.
When I was out of the plant and there was hundreds of people there, they didn't get nothing done in weeks. Nothing. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I'm the same way, dude. I went to job site, and this guy went one time removing asbestos, and we got there at like 3 a.m, and he said, "Fuck it, let's go." There's a school in Kansas City, so we started on this hallway. We did probably 12 rooms before they got there, and when they got there, they went off on us because they'd been there for like 2 months and only did 6 rooms with like 20 people.
They would come to us out there.
They were milking it.
Yeah, they would come to us on wage. We got released to do this pipe.
They made us leave. They made us leave right then.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's how it is, man. That's why when I worked for the government, they'd come to us on a Thursday and be like, "You guys got the 6 pipe release."
Look at this.
I can't see nothing. You froze up. Frozen.
Look, because no one's ever told him anything about it, you know?
I didn't hear nothing you said, man. You've been breaking up and frozen in one spot for a while.
Still?
You're still breaking up pretty bad. And hello, welcome to the Sam Squatch live stream report. And I'm here to tell you that everything's fucked. But that's okay. Everything's been fucked already for a long time, so you'll be all right. Just stick to what you're doing. That's absolutely fucking nothing, and you'll be just fine. Hello. I was giving I was just giving everybody the daily fucked report while you were gone.
What's up, good
That's everything's fucked, but that's okay. Just keep doing what you're doing, and everything will continue to be fucked. And you'll be all right.
What's up, Derby? That oak tree, that's an old one. Oak trees go real slow, you know.
Oh
See,
yeah,
all this shit right here is everything's got thorns on it. Every bit of it.
Don't go in there. Be in a briar patch. We're gonna yell at her when she comes in.
All right.
Sam Squatch, I got her. Just being sassy.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
chilling.
What's up, buddy?
He's walking.
Not much. Just out running around in the woods. See, look right here. See that up there? Look.
You're my best
right
friend.
there. Somebody tore it down. Look, purple.
Oh,
Right
what is
there.
that thing?
Where it was. No trespassing.
And purple?
And purple?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, and you can just spray paint it on the trees too.
Next time it's gonna be a hot pink.
Yeah, that has to
Pretty
be
much
yellow.
everywhere I go, it's no trespassing. But people that have that up, they don't go out in the woods.
No. That's why people partying out there, so they're responsible if someone gets killed on their property, gets sued.
It's like if a bear shits in the woods and nobody's there to smell it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like they don't know you're there.
It still stinks.
Well, you know, it's just like if a tree falls, you know, does anyone hear it? Well,
Yep.
the sound has to be heard or it's not a sound.
It has to go right
Well,
away off your eardrum.
Something still reverberated through the air, and it still did something, just no one was there to hear it.
It was crunchy.
Yeah, but if there's nothing there to hear it, then how does it sound if nothing hears?
That's right. You have to have it vibrate
I
off.
have no idea, but I'm pretty sure that some bears or some bugs or something heard it.
It's
I
poop.
know.
I'm just kidding.
Hey,
But, you
this,
know.
this ditch right here is full of old stuff. Look, I've looked in for. Found mason jars laying on top here. I've been cleaning those big ones, some great big Newport ones I found.
You just need to get yourself a metals detector, man.
Yeah, for real.
I already been there, done that. I used to do it for years.
I love
like,
it, man. Love
You
it.
know how it is. Like you do, a lot of people get butt hurt when you dig a hole in their that little bitty hole. Even if you flip it back over and step on it, they get pissed off.
Yeah, man, I had some guy come over and tell me I had to stay there. The cops were going to come for the holes I was digging, and I had just buried one right where I was standing. And I said, what holes? And he goes down and he goes, these ones right.
Yeah.
And he goes, you know what you're doing. I go, where did I dig? And he goes, you know, right over. I go, it's right in front of you, dude. You can't see where I just was. So why the fuck you bitching? And I'm on public property. And it was just a big ordeal after that.
Hey, one time I lived with my ex-mother-in-law,
Oh
and
my God.
Oh, dear
Yeah.
Lord. So did she.
I didn't
Her
know.
ex-mother-in-law moved in with them on their wedding day.
oh my God, but check it out. Get right. I was doing something with a hairdryer, and I turned around, it fell over, and it burned a big hole right in the middle of the carpet, right in the middle of the whole living room. So I went over and got the piece they had by the front door for when you come in. They left that piece, you know, I cut it out and glued it in, and no one ever knew.
Come to find out, him and his mommy were having a thing.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's asshole to me, yo, buddy.
Oh man. Hey, I knew a guy moved in with his girlfriend, and he moved after a month because the girl's sister and her mom both got in the shower with him at different times, and he was scared of the dad, so he left.
Man, I'll tell you what, my mom came whenever come on to me, I'd have throat punched the bitch.
I know, my mom too.
I'd be like, what? Pink, shut up.
Get away from
Yeah, you
me.
know, stuff like that happens, and you wonder why people are weird, because that'll fuck you up if something like that happens, especially if you went along with it. You got to be warped.
Man, me and my mom go places ever since I was a kid. They used to ask if we was brother and sister because she's only 18 years older than me. Like I was 40 before she was 60. Let me just say that. I mean, you know,
That's cool, though. You guys, you related to her pretty good, too. I love my mom. My mom was, I used to hang out with my mom all the time.
She's so weird.
I love my mother. I don't like her, but I love her.
I'm getting in the water. My mom, though. My mom, like she never left
My
the
mom
house.
was
She used to cut calluses off her feet, you know what I mean? Because she never wore shoes.
Yeah, my mom thought she lived it. hard life. And she married my dad, and he had money and stuff. And now, man, my mom has been so far up my ass my whole life, dude. She's been like my older sister. I would have just loved to smack her a couple
See, my mom
times.
was the opposite. She lived in Louisiana, and my dad was from Oldfield, Missouri, which is like, out in the middle of nowhere. And he went down there in the Air Force, and my mom met him. He lived, and then he ended up coming back with him to the hick town. But my mom grew up with a chauffeur. My grandma never even had a driver's license her whole life.
My mom stole my baby.
Dude, that's like, yeah. My mom, this is a common conversation with me and my mom. She'll say something and I'll go, "You didn't think about that before that left your mouth, did you?"
Oh God.
Like, literally, like, fuck. She's like,
My mom, look at that. When my mom got older, she changed. She got loosened up because, like my brother was really crazy and big and beat people up and tattooed all over. And like if I was over there and my brother would come in, she'd go, "Come here, give me a kiss unless you've been eating pussy." That's what she'd say to my brother.
my mom would say stuff like, "You don't want to see what's gonna happen if I come down there," and I'd be like, "Okay, what's gonna happen?"
Yeah, but my mom shot a gun, used a chainsaw. She wasn't no puss.
Yeah, my mom's not really no pussy either, but she always tried to play the sports that I played and everything, and then I was always messing with her, dude. Because she was always a younger mom, and she was always like my older sister, man.
Yeah, my mom died at my age right now. My mom died at 58.
Oh, really?
My dad was 30. My dad was 30.
Man, that's crazy.
So, and I was 6. My sister was 4. My brother was 2, and my mom was pregnant. So, I pretty much taught myself everything. I was the oldest,
Yeah, I was the oldest too.
Probably why I never hit women or nothing, because I respected my mom.
JJ's in the chat.
Who?
JJ.
Oh, there's somebody back there too. There he is.
And Ben in.
Right on. There's
Yeah,
JJ.
man. I used to seriously tell my mom.
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's up?
Hey, you know how I don't know. I used to go when Tony first started. I was following his stuff, and then he lost his channel, and I just didn't ever know what happened until I found it later.
Mhm.
But at first, I didn't know him. And one time, whenever I seen he had a different channel, it's when he was first going off on that. I can never remember those people's name. I try not to. But that one evil guy that he don't like, he was going. Oh, there's a golf ball. He was going off on him, and I didn't know why. And back then, he didn't look at the chat. So for 30 minutes, everything he said about some people, I said about him. And then at the end of the chat, he saw it all, and he goes, "You're next."
Oh, wow.
But guess what? I can't be next if he couldn't find that on me because I ain't done nothing.
Who does he think he is? Goldberg? You're next?
It was funny, though, because,
Goldberg.
I'm glad what happened because I took up the code and all that shit, and I finally, and then when Boat Gun, because of Voynich ass, he went off too, but then I said, "Do me a favor, just talk to Tony," and then ever since then, we both been there because he could see that, we were getting deceived by these other people with hearts and smiling faces.
Like I said about Tony, man, I didn't know him from Adam. I heard you talking about him. I heard some other people talking about him. But when I had already had a situation in my life with that Karen B, and I knew everything about her because I was with her ex-roommate, was always living here, and I knew all the stories about her. And when Tony said all the stories about Karen B were the exact same ones that I knew without a doubt, I was like, this guy's
So you knew he was telling the truth right then.
Yeah. So how the fuck did he know some of these things? I don't know. But everything he said was exactly verbatim, not just a little bit similar, verbatim to what I had heard from this girl Candy, who I fucking don't even.
It's called validation. That's what they always say. I got validated.
Yeah. But then if you got other people,
all those people that talk evil about me, even Emily, I can go and show you 1,000 videos they did where they were talking the opposite about me. So.
Oh man, that lady's so confused with shit, dude. How are you gonna say the things you say without no prior knowledge?
I found a video today, like 2 years ago, I posted where she's saying the exact opposite.
Man, any girl starts out of a thing saying, "When I was 3 and I was 5, I did this." Motherfucker, I don't even remember when I was 15. Like, how the...
usually you have to be comfortable with somebody before you start telling them you got molested. I mean, people just don't start out saying they got molested the first day you talk to them.
other than that, though, still, you start out a
Well, I mean,
conversation.
that's there. I'm not saying it's good or anything. I just don't think, as most people aren't comfortable with telling that. You know what I mean?
Bolt guns in the chat.
Right.
Hold on.
But yeah,
I mean,
but
that's
you
the
need to
worst
start
thing in the
out a
world. But I think
conversation.
once you went through that stuff and you get over it, you shouldn't bring it back up because every time you do, you relive it.
Man, it's just like, man,
That's the way I
you
feel.
just sit there and
That's just
say
my
that
opinion, you know.
You
Drop
can't
the link again.
like that, man.
I mean, I don't like people that make other people hurt because they did. There's no reason you should make somebody else have to think about what you went through because you went through it and you hated it. Look at this Xbox headphones. Look at that.
Oh wow.
See the green?
Xbox. But then she said that Jesus was murdered and then he was sacrificed, and I was like, buddy, you better go back and check your facts because that was not how it was, buddy. That's like the first thing you learn in school when you're 3 years old is that he willingly went up there and did that. Not he was sacrificed or murdered or fucking that. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's not even an atheist.
You can't remember what you were taught in Sunday school when you were 3, but you can remember you healed people and shit. Shut the fuck up. What grandma told you that you went in the room and you healed it and now you're special? My grandma told me I was the strongest motherfucker in the world too when I pick up a gallon of milk. Like, oh, what happened?
He did that shit when he was 2.
I like literally what adult told you that you were 3 years old and healed someone to make you feel good? Like that's a story they told you every time they saw you because it's like some stupid fairy tale.
So dumb.
What the fuck? Oh, you want some?
That's why they call it his story.
When I was 5, I was 4. I'm 3. But I got a whole memory.
What's that noise? That's, you got shit's all fucked up. Cool. What do you gotta do, buddy? Whatever. Why? Take the little one.
Yeah, see, I like walking in the creek. That's my favorite thing to do is walking in the water.
Oh, he's little. Fine.
Nice.
He's all right.
Are you barefoot today?
No, I haven't today.
You can take it out.
I ain't gonna walk in the creek barefoot today. I'm flat-footed almost. Yeah. That shit hurts.
Yeah.
You're not.
I don't mind in grass and shit. I can run, but I'm not gonna poke holes in the bottom of my feet. You know what I mean? And then these
Right,
rivers just glass and barbed wire and fucking all kinds of shit.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch out for that. Yeah, it's a lot of.
One time I had a
fucking
10-gallon
glass and
fish
shit.
tank on the floor, and I stuck my foot through it, and then I yanked it back through, and it cut all the bottom of my toes. I couldn't hardly walk for a week.
Well, I know if you step on like branches and hard surfaces barefoot, it will strengthen your feet over time.
Hey, I
Yeah.
grew up in the country, and my mom said I was the only kid she ever see go full sprint across the orchard, hit the gravel road, never stop a stride, and keep going.
My brother was the same way. He'd drink a
shit.
gallon of milk for breakfast.
Yeah, when we were
Wow.
boys, 3 boys in the house, we all had a gallon of milk with our names on it.
He must have
Well,
had a fucking gallon of shit after breakfast.
My stepbrothers moved in with us when I was in junior high, and we got the milkman came by. We had that crate thing that you stick in there with the nozzle that came down. We had that in our we had that in the house.
Wow.
There's crawdads all over here. There's little bitty minnows too.
Yeah, I just got back myself from a long walk and played some hoops with a buddy.
Did you?
Yeah, just got back.
Hey, the other night, Chrissy was in the stream for a minute, Jay, and I said, Chrissy, did you date Code? And she goes, you know the truth.
She was in your stream?
No, it was in Tony's for like just a few minutes, about 4 or 5 comments the other night.
Okay.
That's
Was
what
it
she
yesterday?
said. You already know the truth. That's what she said.
Yeah, you know. I told
know.
you the truth.
But I just wanted to, I mean, I don't know. I was kind of in the bad. I was kind of poking the bear.
Yeah, like the whole thing is stupid. The fact that she didn't say nothing, he didn't say nothing, nobody knew. Like,
Hey, well,
and-
did you? I never thought that no, there was no
Well-
sign of it whatsoever, ever.
Well, even when I found out, like once like we were kind of like seeing each other, but she was still seeing Code or whatever. Like I looked in the chats, Code's chats, look at his stream, bro. He's talking to like every girl like it's his girlfriend. And like
And,
she
you
was
know,
telling me, there's
he
so
doesn't
much
go to
jealousy
anybody
with
until,
her and him, and it's like they're just making each other jealous in there. Like I just see like so much drama. So I was like, I'm out of here.
hey, until all this shit started. Code never went to anybody's streams. Never said nothing. He doesn't go to anyone to their streams or anything. I mean, he never interact.
Yeah.
Oh, and hell no, man.
And
I
I don't
get
like
it,
talking
you know?
about somebody, but he talked about me, so I don't really care.
I asked him to come to
Well,
my streams a couple of times. He never showed up.
Oh, I know. But you know, Matt Man's doing the same thing. I started following. He goes in a chat and says hi to everybody and leaves, just like Vegan. And if he can't go up on the panel, you don't even see him there. And I like him. That's what sucks. I like him. You know.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own deal. He's got kids. But you know what? I didn't get on social networks when my kids were raised. I never spent no time away from my kids when I could be spending time with them instead of being on this crap.
I didn't have a
Right.
choice.
I mean, if you got a family and kids, what the fuck are you doing on here more than a couple hours a week?
Yeah, you shouldn't be on here really.
No,
Spend time
and the
with your
kids
right?
are like, they're in high school, and then you know how they are then. They don't. Older they get, they don't like hanging out with their parents. Everybody
No.
thought my son was my little brother when he was young, until when he started getting older, and then he wants to hang out with friends. The key thing is to watch who your kids hang out with, because that's who fucks them up and commits to do the stupid shit is their friend.
Oh,
I was the
for
bad
sure.
influence, buddy. That was me.
Hey, I've always been a leader. I've never been a follower my whole life. When people
didn't have-
started
I
talking
didn't
about
follow
stupid
them.
shit, I left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had kids doing what I said. I didn't follow nobody, man. I was from out in the country, and when I came into town, I thought all the city kids were pussies, dude. I was just whooping on them. Like, what the hell is wrong with these guys?
Can you imagine being in school nowadays? Because there's like 1 out of 20 kids that have any nuts to do anything. Boys, I mean,
No. There's a 13-year-old stepson that's here, dude. I don't think he's been outside in 2 months.
Yeah, but I went to the mall in Kansas City, and this one guy had on a man bun, and I laughed at him, and he acted like you're gonna do something. I said, you better get the fuck away from me, boy.
Yeah, right.
I'll beat you
Right,
like a
freaking
redheaded
Yankee by that.
child. Look at that. That's a hoodie, like a cap. Look at that. Insulated. Yeah, you got the ear flap. I mean, what brand is it? Some of the shit you find is like name brand shit that, if it just cost $50 if it was Gap or some shit, you know what I mean?
Yep. Hey, I see people online, dude. I do coin hunting. There's motherfuckers that go dumpster hunting, and they find better shit than I do.
It says plus 16, or
Wow.
it's made in China. It looks like Wally World. No, it's got hair on it. Like, look,
Oh, God.
I think it's fake hair. Like Mouton is fake. See, if it was winter, I would take it right now, but this doesn't really serve a purpose in summer. But I go like this. Look at this, but see how fast the water comes through here sometimes? Look at that shit. See, straight up that road, all the way up there is the highway that Squash Mod lives on. And there's a big cave up there too. It's got stalagmites and shit in it. But there we go. Speaking of ancient potheads, what's up, Tudor?
Fuck
Hey,
you
dude.
call me a pothead? Well,
Yep, I
whatever.
did. I'm proud to be one myself.
Me too.
That's what they used to call us, as potheads. I don't know if it's now. It's a different game.
Yeah, I'm still smoking. Fuck them.
I'll probably be blowing
Smoking
smoke
gun.
out my mouth when I fall over dead.
That's right.
I hate that I
I
still
just
call it
want to
dope, and
touch-
people are always like, "You're gonna go smoke meth?" I go, "No, I'm gonna smoke dope. I'm gonna smoke some dabs or something." They're like,
Hey, look
"Oh,
at
I
this.
thought about something else."
Look,
Or
hey,
do some
no
edibles.
head. To infinity and no head. Hey, look.
Hello?
Hello.
Mhm.
Yeah, hey, I just wanted to get the word out. I got the link all squared away for the raffle. I got $5 raffle tickets for a drone. All of the money goes to Janet's Kitchen that feeds the homeless in Denver every Sunday.
Right
Very
on.
well respected woman. She's affiliated with Eric Brandt, the Denver Crew, and all that. Occupy Denver. Woman's been feeding the homeless for over 8 years in Denver.
Wow.
Anyway, I wound up with a drone that I didn't really want, and somebody kind of reneged on the deal, and so anyway, nice little drone. It's a beginner drone, nothing really super special, but $5
Do you
ticket
got
gets
that
you-
dollar bill sign on your account where you can click on that and donate?
No. This is all going to Janet's Venmo account. The money's going straight to Denver, to Janet's account. Janet will be doing the raffle, and I'll be mailing the drone as soon as I get an address.
So
And,
okay, where do you donate to?
I put a video about the drone up on both of my pages, Too Tall Rob
Okay.
and Too Tall Rob Live.
Well, put the link in
the
the chat
link
too
for
when
the-
you get off here.
The link and everything is on the video. So if you just go
what?
to my channel, you'll have everything you need.
Yeah, but not everybody here knows your channel, and it's hard to find sometimes if you haven't ever been there.
There ain't too many Too Tall Robs there, and if one of your
Yeah, but
mods could
YouTube's
help
been
me out,
shadow banning people. You know what I mean?
I'm at a disadvantage here on my phone. But
Okay.
if one of your mods could
Hey,
help
well,
me
when
out,
when I get off
okay.
here and stuff, I'll go back and put the link in there in the chat after I quit. I'll put it in there too. 'cause I don't have-
Nice, yeah, I'll check it out.
And, just trying to do a good thing here.
Good
you
on
know
you,
I'm
man.
doing.
I gave $5 to morons on here before, so I won't mind doing it.
But anyway, yep, 2 weeks and we'll be doing the raffle. All the money goes to Janet's account. Janet does the raffle ticket pulling. And let's make it work, man. You know?
I'll do it. So I appreciate it. It's good to put shit out like
yeah,
that
I
when it's
just got
worthwhile.
done mowing some yards and I just got out of the shower and just kind of dinking around, winding down. I'm getting ready for my 2 o'clock nap. It's been a long day. Getting to be an old
I heard
man, you
that.
kids spare me. I had that one video go, somebody put, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah,
Oh boy, no,
I
Dad.
never thought that way. Yeah. I'm lucky.
You know,
I never
Frank,
had no major injuries or nothing, no car wrecks or anything, you know?
Oh, I've been disabled since, 94. I
Wow.
got put on the disabled list. I was a carpenter building log homes back in the day. You know, motherfuckers making $7 an hour and I'm bringing home 28
Yeah.
for the days. But it's all good, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, man. Appreciate it, Squatch. Everybody have
No
a
problem.
good one. Make the
You
day
too,
better.
bud.
Have a good
We'll
nap.
See you around down the tube. Hey.
Dream of big buds.
Oh, one
Stay
more
toasty.
stovepiper here.
All right, man.
Hang on a minute. Goddamn, my lighter. You know, these things ain't worth a shit if you don't suck on them.
Yeah. Lighters suck anymore. They run out of fuel too fast and everything.
Oh, this stuff's so dank, man. You suck on them.
A good place to skip a rock. Hear that one.
Stay high. and
That's
get
what they put on
by.
that.
Stay high and get by, everyone. Peace.
All right, man. Let's see. I used to bring my chillum out here, but I'm on no trespassing shit most of the time. So if I do get fucked with, I don't want to have weed on me. You know what I mean? I mean, if you don't get in trouble here, they usually just take it. But any chance I don't have to mess with the police, I don't. I mean, if I'm not like, I'm thinking about doing some auditing, but after my buddy Richard the other night, he was just taking pictures and they took him to jail.
Oh. You can always get nice and toasty before you head out, right?
You what?
I was gonna say you can always get nice and toasty before you head out. You don't
I'm
smoke
always
a
nice
cigarette?
toast. They used to say the only time I'm not smoking is when I'm sleeping it off. But since I don't
Right.
sleep, I don't wake and bake. I just bake and bake and bake.
Bacon. So.
Yeah. I found a lot of
Are
arrowheads,
you
but anymore, I just don't look like
you
I
like
used to
edibles
because
too?
how many rocks do you need in your house? You mean?
All right.
Yeah,
Do you like
that's a blue
edibles
jay,
too?
hear it?
Was it?
Well, yeah, but I don't know anybody to get me that shit from, and the dispensary,
Right,
has
right.
it, but high dollar, and I ain't got a card. I ain't gonna pay $200 to smoke weed. I already smoke weed. I don't even pay nobody.
Yeah, I hear you.
I know people that, like yesterday, I called them. I told that lady a half a gallon of gas don't cost very much. Next thing you know, she's to the appointment. I got there early, and it's in a house, an old house, and you go inside, and it's just like a house, and they have a dentist chair right in the middle of the room, and they got, like, first thing I saw was a big display of peacock feathers.
Wow.
Like this, long hair strapped with a gun, and I could just tell instantly. And I did the wax part of my teeth, and that lady that was doing it had them all fucked up, and he said she's no good at it. But I started talking to him, and he grows weed, has his license. Next time I come, he's going to bring dabs and weed and everything.
Nice.
So I hit it off with him. I don't have to worry about my teeth
That's
fucked
good,
up.
man.
I told him, I said, dude, I've never did this. I put this off because everybody I knew that got dentures looked like a fucking horse. And I didn't want to look like that. He said, don't worry, you won't.
Oh yeah, I was being to ask you about that. So you got him in?
No, see, she even told him, she lied to me, that lady was doing it. He already had them done, but they were in wax. And it's a good thing I did because they were all fucked up the way she had made them, give him the mold. So he had to do some adjusting and squirt some in my mouth, but he'll have it done now. And I told him I was getting ready to look at this. There's a beach ball in the river. So
they guess they had to reschedule it or what?
No, he just said he'll call me, and he had it ready in a few days, he said.
Okay, good.
The hard part's all done now. He's going to make them. But it still was weird, dude, having them things in my mouth. Because I got my teeth pulled like over a year ago or a year and a half because that COVID shit happened, and then nobody, he couldn't go nowhere.
Right, yeah.
And I wasn't gonna do it, but my daughter's the one that wanted. I'm doing it just for my kids, you know how kids are. I don't give a fuck what I look like, but my daughter did, so that's the only reason I did it, because she asked me. There you go.
Yeah, you'll look better and feel better anyways, you'll be happy with it, right?
Oh, I know, that's why I don't go on camera, because I look like some old codger from fucking Gunsmoke or some shit.
Right.
And people's like, oh, that don't matter. I'm like, shut up. I used to have teeth, and I looked at people that didn't have teeth, like, wonder what they did. I mean, that's just how you are. That's the way society raised it to be. Is go by looks.
Yeah, there's even hockey players out there that lost their teeth and they refuse to get them back. They have the money. They don't mind the luck. They don't care.
And I've lost mine. What really fucked mine up is my ex-brother-in-law got a brand new car. It was like a little Hyundai or something. And he said, check out my new car. And he rolled his window down halfway, and I looked in there, and I bent down, and I hit my front 4 teeth on the window and broke the back half of my teeth off on all 4 of them.
Oh man.
So I had just the front part, and plus I never drank milk because I was born allergic to it, so I didn't get the calcium. But plus I used to strip wire them with my teeth. You get in fights. They were getting pretty rough looking because I lived a life of not sitting back and not taking chances, jumping out of trees and jumping ramps, all the crazy shit. I'm an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, that was me too, adrenaline junkie. Yeah, just crazy.
I jumped ramps as a kid, crashed. I mean, I walk home like hurting so bad, I just go to bed. That's the only way to make it stop. Was to go to sleep.
Even how you talked about rock climbing, I would do that shit too. I'd find like mountains or bluffs and climb shit. Even
Yeah,
do
because don't ever
urban
say I
climbing.
can't do nothing because I'll prove you wrong, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, that's me too, bro. That's like the worst thing to tell me. Like I can't do something. Don't tell me that. Watch me.
I'm the same way because I don't like echo. That's weird. See how deep this is? They got holes that drilled in it. That's how deep the water gets here, all the way up to that bridge. See, like, and used to when I was a kid, if you come in some place like this where there's sun, there's deer right there. Look, right here there would be snakes laying on the shit back in the day because they're cold-blooded and they have to heat up during the day. But you don't see snakes anywhere. When I was a kid, you couldn't even step anywhere without seeing a fucking snake. You know what I mean?
Wow, they're all gone, eh?
And now they're gone. And I'm not, me and my buddies, we used to go hunting snakes because, like coral king snakes and shit. Me and my son one day found 100 in one day out snake hunting.
Holy.
Now you can go pick up shit everywhere and you don't even see one. It's fucking weird. I think all these chemicals are killing the bugs and the snakes eat the bugs. So they're probably ain't got nothing to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's the first part of the food chain is bugs.
Yeah, they're talking about the bumblebee population is going down too, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk on pavement for a minute because I like the sun bouncing off it. I love tanning. Like I used to lay out with a bunch of girls all the time. I'd wear those little Richard Simmons shorts, you know what I mean? Those little silk fuckers that they used to wear back in the day. Yeah, I'll wear whatever. I ain't proud. No one ever said anything to me either. I probably have smacked them, you know what I mean? Hell, right now I got probably 3 pairs of those stretch jeans that chicks wear because they feel good. They're skin tight too, but I don't wear them. Too many places, but they're better than wearing fucking baggy old plumber pants like everybody else does. They're like those guys do at the store. They get the belt tightened up below their ass. You know what I mean? That shit is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I don't care what color you are. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just stupid. I mean, that's why they get caught. You can't run like that if you do a crime.
Yeah, you can't walk, run.
See this lady right here? The other day I was down here doing the same thing. And I got up here and she got in her vehicle and came and stopped me and said, "Why are you filming my house?" That's fucked up, man.
Wow.
And the other day at the Dollar Tree, I went outside and that big old ugly black lady came up to me and said I was filming her booty. She called the cops. I said, "Call the cops." Yeah. But I seen the cops come and they went right by me. They never came back. You know what I mean? I said, "I've been filming." She goes, "Well, back it up when they see it." I said, "I'm on YouTube. I ain't backing up shit. Call the cops. I don't give a fuck."
So you need to back up, lady. Go back and mind your
Yeah, I
business.
said, if I was going to film somebody's booty, it sure the fuck wouldn't be yours. She was ugly as sin. Plus, I ain't no Chester. I ain't no cheap thriller. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah, same
I don't
here.
get off on cheap thrills. Hey, I like this
Some
sign
people need
right
to
here.
mind their business.
This home is protected by the good Lord and a gun. If you come here
Nice.
to steal or do harm, you might meet both.
That's a good sign. I approve.
Hey, this is a little big bar. Look, they didn't have a name on it. You got a pool in the back.
Did you ever make a video of your truck? Or show your truck yet?
I did no. I went to go wash it. It's a car wash down here is under reconstruction. Yeah, blocked off redoing it. Well, I'm gonna clean up wax before I do. I like wax.
Yeah, I'm curious. Check it out. Yeah. I'd like to see it when you're done.
It's got one side cracked a little bit. Pretty good. That's how I got it. But it's only got 120,000 miles on it. It's a 97. It runs good. Whew. Plus I put a new alternator, new brakes, 2 rear axles, whole steering column, window. I had to do all that shit when I got it. I did all that shit off YouTube. Otherwise you pay way too much money. Yeah, I put 2 rear axles in it. And when I got ready to put the grease back in the rear end, it had like this Allen wrench thing, and I could not get that bitch off. I even went about a 1/2-inch impact on it. So I got online, and it was welded in from the factory.
Right.
So I had to do a line and put it in the hole where the line was hooked up. It's crazy. But while I had the part, I painted the rear differential cover, and I made it crackle, that crackle look, and it says Tennessee Keeps. Got a Keeps emblem on there. Whew. Man, it is really hot. I'm sweating like
Yeah, it's super.
it feels good.
Yeah, it's super hot over here too.
I mean, once you get to that point where you're sweating, where it feels good and you're cooling off, you know. Look, there's a mask. I've had people offer me rides everywhere at the store and stuff. I'm walking on purpose. You know,
Yeah.
people don't
great
think that.
exercise.
Why would you be out walking? You know, if they think you
Good
have
for
to.
you. That's why.
Well, that's right. My truck, it only cost $10 to fix it. I thought it was a head gasket. So really, by not checking it out, I've walked everywhere for almost 3 years. And if I hadn't,
No,
have, who knows what may have happened? You know what I mean? I might have ate a bunch of bad shit and got clogged up.
yeah, or you might have been 50 pounds heavier.
Oh, I doubt that. I ain't never been fat. I'm
Oh,
too
no?
hyper. I mean, if
That's good then.
if I got sick and couldn't eat, I would lose like 10 pounds. Because I'll burn shit off if I'm eating or not, you know?
That's good.
But,
Yeah, staying active is
I
good,
fought
man.
my ex-father-in-law. He's dead, but he was a Vietnam veteran. He was only about 5'5", and he always said I was big, but he weighed like 120 when he went to Vietnam. And when he died,
Oh wow.
he probably weighed 220. And he told me one day, he goes, "You're going to get fat. Everybody gets fat." And I told him, I said, "Just because you said that, I will never be fat."
Wow.
And so,
You're still proving them wrong, eh?
yeah, I got my inches. My waist is 1 inch bigger than when I was 18.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, I went to decathlon in high school and I weighed 140 pounds. But, you know,
Wow.
I've always had my upper body strength. You know, I don't wait. I got that rope you had to climb. I could climb it with just my hands. I mean, I can crawl with my arms
I
and
can
drag
do
my
it too.
feet behind, you know. But I've always
Yeah,
had
I
to work
always-
hard. Had
Yeah, I
to pick
always
up
been
heavy
into
shit my whole life.
fitness and stuff. Like
I
I
had to
was
haul
always
hay.
big.
I hauled
Yeah,
hay
my
was the first job I had. That shit's
My
hard
dad
on me.
was a bodybuilder, so it was just
Oh,
in me
hell.
to work out.
Yeah, I worked out a couple of years one time. Guy that I worked with, he was a bodybuilder, and his name was Randy Arnold, like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
And this dude looked like him too. And he lived next to
wow.
his neighbor who owned Rose Metal, which is a fabricating metal place. And he designed his own weights that had ball bearings. And,
Nice.
He had a membership to the Y. So everywhere we went to work remove asbestos, he could go to the Y for free. And he had me drinking creatine, not creatine, or Carboplex or something. It was all natural. But
Protein
he worked
stuff,
out so hard that sometimes
Protein
I couldn't even lift myself up off the floor. I'd have to roll over my stomach to get up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've
And
worked
me
up
and
that
him,
hard
though,
before.
we kicked ass though, and he had a Mustang 5.0 and a boat.
Oh, nice.
So we'd go most time we stayed at the lake in a tent instead of a hotel room, and you got per diem. So that was just more money we got for per diem, and we just stayed free and had the lake, you know. But he would wear bikini swim trunks, and all these women would just, googly eye all over him, and it was crazy. And he was real straight laced, didn't party, and he was a brainiac. You know, he kept me in line because everybody else on that crew were all college people doing cocaine and drinking every night. We'd make $1,000 or $2,000 a week, and they'd be broke when we got paid every week because they blew it all at the bar. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's good to have someone been around like that.
It is. And he was like, and I could have bought that car when he got ready to sell it. My ex-wife.
Yeah, some of my best friends were really active too.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
some of
be.
my best friends were like workout buddies. Like, you know, every time we'd hang out, we'd work out and stuff, you know? I don't mean to interrupt you, Sasquatch, but you're cutting out real bad. You've been sounding like a robot for the last 20, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, you're back now. I can hear you. I couldn't hear you for the last 30 seconds. Oh, and he's gone. Hopefully he just comes back. I will say hello to the chat. Hello, Crafty. Hello, Tall. Too tall Rob. Ben, Ellie. Both gone. Alan. What's up, guys?
Come back. Is that better?
Yeah, I couldn't hear whatever you said the last 30 seconds. You're like all robotic.
It's probably because I'm the farthest that I get away from. I'm out, getting farther outside the city. There we go. You weren't on there, Sergeant.
Right. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like walking back to the creek. And usually, if I go this way, my shoes will be dry. I always check everything in the ditch. I always find too much weird shit in the ditch. Up down phone, weed, watches, rings. At one time, a buddy of mine got engaged, and he got mad at his girlfriend. They're going down the road, and he threw that son of a bitch out the ring. You guess what he did? He went and bought some dope and found these tweakers and gave them both like $25 worth, and they found that son of a bitch in like 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I was like, you crazy motherfucker. I mean, you'd think that if they found it, they would have kept it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm surprised. They weren't very
I would
smart.
never trust it. I wouldn't trust anybody because they'll steal from you and help you look for it while it's in their pocket.
Right?
Just most people don't have the willpower to quit anything.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
That shit they make, that shit's way addictive. I've seen everybody lose everything they owned around me. So, and I did everything you're supposed to do. I never drank, went to bars, didn't cheat, didn't do anything. Worked every Saturday, and I still got bent over. So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I probably
Yeah,
would
I've
have
seen
done
the
the same.
same too, man.
I probably would have done the same thing, but there's a lot of times I could have really had a lot of fun, and I didn't, just because of my morals. Probably a good thing, though.
Yeah, I've seen some of those hard drugs, what I did to some friends and people, and oh, man. No way, man.
Yeah,
So,
I'm no
that's
saint,
not
when I was young, I partied some, but I quit. I think people don't quit. And
yeah.
the guy and the old lady
You'll
got
party till
cancer.
I die, right?
Yeah, she was at a cancer place, and she'd smoke outside while she was getting treated for cancer for smoking.
Wow.
Yeah, and he had just bought a farm, and someone stole his nest egg. He used to sell weed like 50 grand. He kept it in his Snap-on toolbox, and everybody knew that. And one day somebody broke in and took it, all his money. And then his old lady got cancer and died. And then he got pulled over with weed going to his place. So one day he just drove off the road, and there was one tree in the field. He drove all the way out there and hit it head on and killed himself.
Oh, man, that's awful.
Well, he just felt like he didn't have nothing to live for anymore, And it sucked because we worked together for like 3 years, and he didn't have a car. I took him to work every day. We played ball together. And that shit, it's hard on you
Sorry to hear that.
when you have somebody that close, and they don't tell you, that they're. No one ever tells
They're
you,
in that
they're
much pain.
doing that shit. Because most time I worked with a guy once. His old lady left, took the kids. He called me and the lady I worked with, and said he had a shotgun to his head, and we talked him out of it. Then the next day he did it.
No, man.
And I've had like too many friends to do that shit. And that's why I feel bad now, because I didn't talk to him about the Lord. I should have been, because that's the part that sucks. You just hope they were saved and that their heart was in the right place.
Yeah, that's all you can hope for, right? Pray for them, right?
That girl though saying that Jesus got murdered and he didn't die for us, that blows my mind. I've never heard anybody say that in my life. Never, you mean? And there's people in that chat that went back and they were friends of mine, especially, I'm not gonna mention any names, but one of them is somebody had my phone number, and man, we talked. I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? But guess what? I just wrote everybody's name down that was there, and I blocked them all. That's why you don't see anybody coming over anymore. Matt used to come no matter what, but none of the people come now because they can't. That's why they ain't here anymore. I blocked every motherfucker. I don't care. That's why Matt used to come up on the panel without talking in the chat, because I had him blocked. He couldn't go in the chat.
Oh, it's good, man. Like, if you think they're toxic, it's good to cut out the toxicity of your life.
Well, I don't want them in there talking shit to people that I got in my chat, trying to convince them to go the wrong way. Because if you adapt to your environment, if it's good or bad.
Right, exactly, you do.
And like that Little Wing, all those people that hate on me, I made all of them shout out videos before. And that Little Wing 6 was 9 or 8 or whatever. She was in the chat the other day and going, "Well, you have no worries. There's no one religious in here now." That's what she said. The Bible says tarot cards and all that worshiping other stuff. There's 100 verses in the Bible about worshiping false gods. There's a reason. Spirits. There's only one God. Period. And not every God is the same. The God of Muhammad, Allah, is not God. You know what I mean? And people say, well, they have their own opinion. Well, they're wrong. That's all there is to it. And I don't think I'm going to get in trouble for my God for taking up for him. And if I piss people off, good. I don't want to be around them. That's why I keep talking about him, because I want him to get the clear picture that I'm never going to quit talking about him. And if you're not comfortable, then you better just kick rocks.
Yeah, because like you said, you didn't come here to make friends.
Nope. I've never tried to make a friend anywhere. Because you get friends because they know you. You can't change people. They have to change themselves.
All right. Nothing changes if nothing changes.
But you have to prove a lot by your actions too, though. You know what I mean? There's an old tree that used to be a swing. Oh, it's there. He's just been working on that school for a while. Look, tearing it down now.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
This is the Hillcrest Hornets. Whew. It is. You can see there ain't much of a breeze.
Yeah, beautiful day.
One day and turned right here. And this cop's, that's when I had that Willie's, or that ghillie hat on with the mask, And a cop pulled me up to me and goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "You need any help?" I'm like, "No." And when he left, I forgot I had like 5 or 6 bones in my back pockets. I forgot that I found.
Oh, shit. Yeah, if you saw that, you might think you need some help.
Well, most people don't walk around with bones.
You're right? Yeah.
That's like that guy I found, that veteran. No one ever claimed him at all. So that, what they do, they cremate him. Well, he was just bones anyway. And they had the funeral parlor has to keep him on a shelf until somebody claims him. You know what I mean?
Right.
But all they do when they cremate you, we're mostly water. All that left is the thick part of your skull and your sternum, and that's what they crush up to make the stuff in the urn. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Because the rest evaporates. Because one time here, this guy had been taking people's credit cards and stealing shit, you know? And they caught him at Best Buy or somewhere. He went to pick up a computer he ordered. Well, when the cops came out to bust him in his truck, he took off and started trying to ram him. Well, they shot him like 50 times. And yeah, my buddy worked at the crematory, and he said when he burned his body, the whole tray was full of fucking lead. Hey, look at
Wow.
this. Hey, look, I just found a fishing flipping jig.
Fishing lure?
Yeah, flipping jig. You know, for bass. Isn't that odd? Just laying here in the parking lot. Like when I worked at Police Video, we put the part that recorded the cops would be in the trunk of the car, locked in this box where they didn't have access to it, you know? And when they turn on their lights or their belt mic, it turns the camera on. But one time, we got a unit from Alabama, and because they couldn't get it open, and they said, well, there's a tape in it. They said, just throw it away. So we got out there and fixed it and watched it, and there's cops on both sides of the car, and they just shot the guy to pieces on both sides of the car. That's why they told us to throw it away. They didn't want to show that what they did, you know what I mean?
Wow, that's crazy.
The weirdest one is one of those helicopters in Hawaii that takes people on tours, you know?
Right.
It crashed. It crashed and killed everybody. And we had fix the tape so they could see what happened, you know what I mean? They were in a helicopter and they showed it, you know? It's crazy.
Oh, man, that's awful.
I find these things everywhere. Look, those things that people smoke oil out of or whatever.
Oh, okay, some vape thing.
Yeah. People litter like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't stand that either.
No one picks that shit up anymore. I mean, look, when people mow, they just mow it and make more. So they get getting out and picking more piece up. I taught my kids better than that. My son would come home with a basketball. I go, where'd you get that basketball? Well, it was in the ditch down there. I said, was it yours? No. I said, well, take it back. Somebody else will get it. I said, well, they'll be stealing, not you. I said, how do you know some kid went after playing with it and his mom said, come in and eat, and come back and his ball's gone? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he might, or someone might come back for it, right? Yeah.
You what?
Someone might come back for it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not the point if you can get away with it.
Right.
I mean, Silver Dollar City is a big attraction down the road here, like 45 minutes an hour away. And I mean, there's so many stores there that you can be in a store, you're like, you're the only one in there. And people used to talk about how easy it was to steal there. And I'm like, what do you say to somebody? I mean, it's like, that's not the point. They think people don't steal because they'll get caught. The only time people are sorry is when they get caught. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was raised right, you know what I mean? I was raised with the fear of God because God's always watching. You know one thing, the devil can't create, but he can mimic. And you know how they're putting cameras everywhere? You know why? Because then the devil can see everything. Just like God.
Yeah.
He's trying to be like God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely think the devil will use AI for, you know.
Oh yeah, he's the God of this plane. So, you know, what is it? And that's one thing. He can't be everywhere at once like God. Not like people think. The devil isn't everywhere like God is. But with all these cameras and shit, he can sure see everywhere. It's like Mark Zuckerberg putting that flying plane around the solar so they have a signal for Facebook, they say. You know, but you know it's got cameras on it too flying around. And people don't ever look at it like that, but they only push what they create. And the leaders of everything are evil motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's even pictures of Bill Gates and Zuckerberg with tape over their laptop cameras.
Yeah,
They even
tape
know.
over it. Exactly.
They even know.
That one interview, they made him take off his hoodie. He had the fucking Illuminati pyramid eye on the inside of his jacket.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you can't, after so long, you can't count that off as just being cool or anything. Even the presidents and the movie stars and the rockers, the movie, they all doing that evil shit, even flashing the signs. But when you're of the world and in it, you just think that's normal because you're in that. That's how they got you to think. And they're not going to come at you like the devil. You'd run. He's going to come at you like some chick with no tits, with her tits hanging out. That's the way I think. And everybody's always saying that new age shit. They're saying you got to love yourself, forgive yourself, blah blah, yada yada, crap. That's all it is. You can't forgive yourself. What the fuck is that? I mean, you got to love yourself. You do it. That shit, they're sugarcoating everything with love now. It's
you don't want to hate yourself though.
No, you gotta like yourself before you can like anybody. I used to say Father for God, and I always tell people you gotta love yourself. And now all these motherfuckers have ruined that shit. I ain't never saying it again. I'm gonna use different words because I don't want to repeat the same shit as them evil motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
That shit makes me so mad. And sure, just let everybody have their own beliefs to get along and yummy. I just can't do it. I've been that way for years. Didn't rub the shit the wrong way just to get along with people. But I don't have an agenda. I ain't trying to get no pussy. I ain't trying to make friends. I ain't trying to get anybody to buy anything. So I got no reason to kiss people's ass anymore. And I'm not going to. And so when people start bullshitting or saying shit that ain't right, they just better not do it around me. Because I'm going to tell them. And the ones that don't like it, that's the point. That's what I kind of try to do that shit at first with people to see what they're really like, because I don't want to waste my fucking time on them. I ain't out to save nobody anymore. Everybody's adults, and you snooze, you lose. If they don't figure it out on their own, then they deserve to fucking reap what they sow. The world's not kind.
I respect that.
The world is not kind at all. They're just faking like they're kind, so people don't see it. That's all they're doing. And it's bad.
People can be pretty selfish.
Half these motherfuckers don't even know they're doing it. They're so brainwashed that they actually think what they're saying is good. They do. They think you're the evil one for calling them out. But they think you're calling them out because you're the bad person. That's how it turned around that he's got it. You know what I mean? It's fucking sad. I feel sorry for the people, but I'm not going to go out of my way to make them feel good for telling everybody else some fucked up shit. You know what I mean? There's so many gullible people, and all these women and the guys, they don't realize they're doing it with fucking googly eyes. All these bitches saying I love you. Don't ever tell me you love me if you don't fucking know me, because that's bullshit lies. All them same motherfuckers that said I love you every time, now they're fucking talking shit on me because I said reading cards is bad. Now they're telling me they hate me. So it shows you, you know what I mean? If you want to know how somebody's true colors are, just say something that they don't like. See how they react. Say something and see if they get triggered real easy. Because a selfie picture that you don't use, that's the one you fucking look like. And if a woman don't have a picture of her on the social networking, there's different ways, The ones that have a real pretty picture, most of them, that's like 20 years ago. The ones that have a dog or a cat, that kind of self-explanatory. And even the ones that are pretty, that don't show their picture, they have low self-esteem. Because women that are vain, they do selfies every 2 or 3 times a day. They know they're good looking, and they're going to show you. That's why people get deceived by just a picture of an avatar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you never know behind the picture, right?
People don't like to hear the truth. But You know, if you got some girl, hot girl, just rubbing on you on here and telling you all that shit, and you never see their picture, there's probably a reason. She's probably been eating ho-hos too long, and she probably like been wearing granny panties for years. And you know, people. And guess what? If somebody leaves because of what I just said, good. Because words are words. If words trigger you, it's words.
Yeah, don't bother me, man.
Wreck yourself before you wreck yourself. Because if I'm talking and what I'm saying bothers you, it's usually because it hits home base. So I tell people, if you talk in general, and someone takes it and starts defending himself and you're not talking about him, then you are talking about him. They're just the only ones that sees it. I've been studying people for a long time. Everything I don't do anything for no reason.
Yeah, it's like that saying, sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt me, right?
Yeah, people are dumbed down. And I don't like to hang around dumb people because they can get you in trouble.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I only want to be around people that are alike. That's why you try to just be yourself. And the ones that aren't like you, they'll leave. I only want the ones that think like me because I pretty much think I know what's going on at my age. I've already tried everything else. And the Bible's the only one that instills nothing but goodness. Anyone that talks bad about the Bible and says the book, you've been reading the book, well, really? That tells me that they're not a good person. And they don't want to read it because it hurts them too bad to read it because it makes them want to change their lifestyle. They don't want to quit, you know, cheating on their wife or doing drugs or all the bad shit the Bible says not to do. They're doing it. And that's why they don't read it. And then the devil gets in them or whoever and tells them that it's bad and it's okay to forgive yourself, love yourself. Forgive yourself. You don't have to worry about nothing. You can just go out and cheat and rob and pillage and just forgive yourself. Kind of like the Catholic religion. You know, you get 2 Our Fathers and 3 Hail Marys and everything's fine. Because some fat guy in a suit said it was okay. No, that ain't right. And, I've really changed a lot in the last few months. Oh, look, there's a baby bird dead. You know, I'm not really the right person. But she is. I gotta get that thing. I'm not really the right person to hang out if you don't want to hear the shit that hurts your feelings, especially if you're doing wrong shit and you're gonna do it in front of me. Because I ain't here to press nobody and I got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? I've already lost everything.
Yeah, I respect that, Sasquatch.
But all I have
Takes
to
a
do
lot
is
to
answer.
piss me off or hurt me.
I don't have to answer to God. That's all. Anybody else can kiss my ass. Because I don't care.
Right.
And I'm not being mean. I'm just being truthful, and the truth hurts. Because I ain't talking to nobody. I haven't even looked at the chat. So how can I be talking to any of them? Because I don't even know who's here. You know what I mean? I don't even know who's
no
in the
one's really
chat.
talking in the chat. I don't know if the chat is updated or not, but no one's said nothing in a long time.
Well, you know why? That's a good thing because that means people are listening. The ones that are here usually.
That's good.
You know, like just
I'm a listener.
because like in Tony's chat, there'll be like 35 people in there and only 4 people talking because the rest are lurkers, so they can go gossip.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You know,
Yeah,
and
that's
keep your
the
enemies
worst,
around
like-
because they'll be the first one to call out your faults. You know what I mean?
That's the worst. Like, you know, you said some people just say hi, don't say nothing. Sometimes I just say hi to listen, but then there's people that just don't say nothing just to alert for gossip, and that's not good. People to do that.
Yeah.
They're
Well, it's
looking for
like,
gossip or-
Why are you on
cause
YouTube
drama.
if you're going to just watch people and say nothing? Why are you here? You're not here to like, I come on here to interact with people, except when I'm in here doing my thing. It's hard to look at a chat and walk. And
yeah.
I figure
sure.
if they're here, they want to get out and see nature and walk because they can't. You know, that's what I look at it.
And then there's some videos I'll watch where it's not live, so there's no way to comment or talk to anybody. It's just
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about live streams. If you're not into
Yeah,
talking, then why are you on a live stream or doing anything?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why are you there?
You know, my friends say, I hate Facebook. I'm like, you don't even know your fucking neighbors. Why would you be on Facebook? It's called social for a reason. If you ain't social, then get the fuck off of it.
Exactly.
You know, people bitch about Facebook and hate it. And I was like, well, you know what? That means your friends suck. Or you're stuck at making your Facebook. Because you create it, you can make it with whoever sees what. So if you don't like it, you're no good at it. It's simple.
Yeah, I enjoy going to live chats to give people company and try to uplift some people, and just have a nice
Yeah.
chat, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't like it when people come in there you go into a chat and there's people in there that don't know you and come in there and first thing you do is start telling you what to do and how to act and what to say. And that just,
Like-
I can't keep my mouth shut then. I'm like,
Yeah, this is my
Really?
stream. Go to your own channel and do that.
yeah, exactly. All these people that get in here and bitch, most of them have never even made one video on YouTube. They have no content. That means you can't go bitch at their shit because they ain't got nothing to bitch at. You know what I mean? That's why they do it. Because you can't go there and say anything to them because they're just a silent person. You ever notice that? I have people that are going off my friends and I go find their YouTube and they have nothing. I'm like, no wonder you're just a pussy motherfucker.
Yeah, or just a troll.
But people in the real world, there's fucked up, mean, retarded people and all kinds of shit. But everybody on YouTube is all perfectly sane. Yeah, wrong. They think people can't discern on here, but you know what I mean? They just go by, all you can go by is an avatar that's usually not even them. I just kept this shit in for so long that I can't do it anymore, dude. And
Well,
I
it's
mean,
good
I'm
to talk
like,
about it and let it out.
and I'm
yeah.
like, I'm never going to monetize. I'm not here for money. And sometimes if you have to talk this way, like Tony, to get people to listen and maybe even look at themselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
As long as you sugarcoat it and tell everybody they're good at singing and good at everything, they're not going to change nothing. All these people get on there and can't sing, and my God, it's hard on the ears, and they'll say, "Oh, that was great." I don't lie. I don't lie to make people feel good. You know what I mean?
You said a lot of things on today and even past streams that give me a lot to think about, a lot of food for thought,
Well, and how do you know to even think about it unless somebody says it?
Exactly.
I mean, everybody's like, how do you know all that shit? Well, it didn't come to me in my knowledge out of the blue. I either learned it or somebody told me. If you never heard something, how do you know the fucking answer to it if you've never heard it?
Yeah, because I'd say about 15 years ago, I thought we went to the moon. And then when someone told me and showed me some videos and I started doing some research and looking at stuff, I'm like, fuck, they didn't go at all.
Exactly. When you go and look at that shit and you come out still believing, you're a fucking idiot.
Exactly.
Because it's all there. Because they didn't realize that we were going to get this smart later that they could debunk it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's probably the
Most
best
people
thing
don't
about,
even go look because their mommy or daddy or their preacher or their teacher taught them that shit, and they believe what they're saying. That's all it
the
is.
best thing about the internet is showing a lot of the lies and it's showing a lot of the truths and stuff, exposing the stuff.
Yeah,
right?
but
'Cause I wouldn't
they got
find
these
out any
people
other
they
way,
pay
really.
to make it look like we're crazy. That's what they do.
Yeah, I know. Even how you talked before, like how people always agree. People are so agreeable. And it's like, I thought about that too. It's like, not just agreeing or disagreeing. Sometimes you don't know. So you shouldn't agree or disagree. If you don't know, you shouldn't have opinion. You should say, I don't know. I need to do
They
some
enable
research,
each
or
other
I'm on the
because,
fence.
like, people start talking to me about something. They go, well, you're right, but I go, well, how much research have you done about it? And they're like, well, I haven't looked at. Then shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Like some people either want to agree or disagree. But how about if you don't know, just say you don't know.
And when I'm wrong, when somebody shows me something to prove me wrong, I'll be the first one to admit it. I'm like, well, thanks for telling me, because I didn't know I was being wrong and being stupid.
Exactly.
I mean, you can learn from people if you don't have an ego, and that's the best thing Tony did to me, because I was pretty much that way, but he made me look, but no one ever told me that, because no one has balls to say anything to you.
Right.
And whenever somebody finally tells you, and you actually learn from them, then you can learn from it. I mean, that's all it is. You learn from that shit.
Yeah, I like when people point out like my faults or wrongs, because I can look at that and try to better myself, right?
That's the people you want to be friends with, because they'll tell you.
Yeah.
Most people let you walk out of the house with dirt between your teeth, a stain on your ass, because they don't want to hurt your feelings, or they ain't got no balls. And that's what, now look out at our world now, because they've been pacifists and no kid left behind. You can't call a fag not bad. And now the world's full of fags and shit, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. I mean, you can say what you want, but that shit ain't right. I mean, if you want to screw another man in the butt, you better go get some mental help, because that is not right no matter who says it.
I'll tell you a story about my coworkers when I was doing security. At the beginning of my shift, I felt something on my head and I scratched it, didn't think nothing of it. saw a bunch of coworkers, saw a bunch of people there doing a live concert event, doing security. 4 hours later, I went to take my break, and I see a dead bug on my forehead, just blood there, and just a dead bug there. I'm like, are you kidding me? At the beginning of my shift, I felt something in my head, and I scratched and killed some bug by accident, and none of my coworkers and nobody said shit to me that there's a dead bug on my head. Like, really?
Like you go out of
4
the house
hours.
with your shirt on backwards or something. I've done that. I see somebody
Yeah.
go, why the fuck didn't you tell me, you motherfucker?
Exactly. Like, why are you make me walk around like a clown for? Are you enjoying this?
And you know what? That's
Is this
when you know
amusing to
those
you?
people don't care about you. Those people don't care about you at all.
They're just getting a laugh out of you, right?
People use you, and you know that's all it is. People will use you, and then when you can't, when they can't use you for what they need anymore, they leave.
Use you and abuse you. Yeah.
That's all it is. Because you know, like when you sell weed and shit, and all these people are your friends, and you quit selling weed, they don't come back. They weren't your friends. You were their weed connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what time is it?
3:26 here, so 2:26 there.
2:26, yeah. Well, thanks for being here. I always appreciate being up here. And
Yeah, yeah. I
a
appreciate
lot better to be able to
streaming.
talk to somebody while I'm out walking around instead of just, you know.
Yeah, like even their streams I'll go on where there's just me and the host, and they enjoy just even if I'm not talking, just the company of me listening, because I like listening.
Dick Cohen said that you were back there because I've done this with other people, and they would never say anything about the chat and tell me anything anybody said.
Yeah, even I had this one guy I worked for. He was also a paralegal lawyer, and literally he would pick me up and drive around my whole place for the whole day, 8 hours, and he'd pay me to sit in the car and talk to me. That's it. He's like, I just want the company. I'm paying you for the company. I'm like, dude, you're my friend. You don't even have to pay me. Like, I don't even see you as a boss. I see you as a friend. He's like, no.
Right.
And I hate that when it becomes a fight where someone wants to give you money and you don't want to take it, and it becomes a fight. And that's what it comes down to. So I'll just take it because it's just like he gets mad and I start getting mad. I don't want to take it.
Old man the
He's like,
same
"Take
way.
it."
People like that,
fucking-
they get offended when you don't take their money. Like they're not good
Yeah,
enough. You know, old people are that way.
Yeah.
A lot of old people.
Yeah, my dad's
And-
like that too.
So and when you get older, you learn to just take it and go on because they're happy, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, because I know it's going to make him happy, you know, for me to take it rather than getting mad about it, you know.
And you know, I heard you. I'm gonna get off here, dude. Thanks for coming.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, Sasquatch. Have a good day, brother.
Thanks for coming in the chat and hanging out. See you, Bolt Gun, your son, Rowan, everybody, Crafty. Later.
Yeah, everybody else, ciao.